Ready to go live. Hey everyone, this is MJ from MJ's Off the Hook Designs, and I'm here with, I have 3 of the Crochet Foundry team with us this morning. So if any of you guys are new to my page, so I'm MJ, and I want to introduce next to you Pam, who is our other Canadian girl. She was the first one who was going to join me, but she's having interviews and I'm also having internet issues. So if I pop out of here and Pam pops out of here, it's because us Canadians are not doing well with our internet today. Brianna's in Florida and Lorene, you are in North Carolina, correct?
Yep.
So they may have better internet. So if I pop out, then they'll just continue on. But Pam, why don't you introduce yourself?
So I'm Pam, and as MJ said, I'm actually hiding out in my sister's backyard right now because I'm using her Wi-Fi because the internet provider that I use is out across the entire city. So I came and I snuck over here and I got some coffee for along the way. But I am the designer.
Oh, where's my, I don't know if I have the.
And mine. Yeah.
I have my iced coffee with me this morning. So I'm here. I'm really excited to be here. I am the designer at Sincerely Pam, and I am really excited to be chatting with all of you today.
Okay, and Lorene, can you introduce yourself?
Hey, I'm Lorene. I'm from Creation Crochet. I am one of the 7 amazing designers for Crochet Foundry, and that's about it. That's my introduction.
I think I'm next, right?
Yes.
So I'm Brianna from Brianna K Designs, and I'm also in Crochet Foundry, which is so exciting. I'm so excited to be here. But I also just have to laugh because, like, if you saw sometimes the behind the scenes that, like, we are hilarious. I'm sorry, but we were all just giggling before this call because, like, literally Pam was, like, walking a bush just like, I think maybe here. And like, we were just laughing because we will do anything to hang out. Seriously, we will do anything to hang out together because it is so much fun.
Whoops.
Yes, it's all right. I know we're like old ladies in technology, but no, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get this.
One day.
I know we are. I mean, this has been a rough week with all of our internet connections. I think every time I've gone on for a live, my phone's been cutting out. I just think it's an excuse for a new phone, right, guys? I need to upgrade,
Absolutely.
right? Yeah.
Every time.
Okay, so Lorene, how about, this was originally your idea, so how about you just pop on there and tell us about how this magazine started?
Sure. So when you look at, like, okay, this takes a lot of work. We'll just start there. This takes a lot of work, and it's more work than like one person could feasibly ever do on their own. So I'd always wanted to do like a very curated collection where it's the same color story and the same theme and beautiful magazine layout style, but you just never get to it. I mean, there's never enough time in the day. So Brianna and I one day were chatting, and she was saying,
I was like, I want to do that.
Yeah. She was like, oh, I really love the more magazine format. And I'm like, by the way, this is an idea I've had for a really long time. And we're like, should we just do it? And of course, the crazy people that we are, we're like, yeah, let's do it. So we just started inviting people. So we called up our good friend Pam and said, hi, we're crazy. Do you want to join us? And she, of course, said yes. So we just kept inviting like our favorite designers and the people that we really like to work with, and invited you. And now here we are.
Awesome. So why don't we talk a little bit about the fall issue? So should we hop in first to the designs and the yarn, or should we talk about bonuses first? What do you think?
Bonuses. Like,
let's talk about the bonuses because they're going away.
Yeah.
They've got 2 days left to get the bonuses, so maybe we should tell them.
Yeah. So Brianna, you fill us in on the bonuses.
All right. So the thing about the bonuses, I just want to stress, just because I really, and like, I think sometimes people, I feel a little bit salesy on it, but I really seriously want you to know, only because, like, it's amazing, and once it's gone, and if it were me, I really would not, I would be so sad. I don't want anyone to be sad, and I hate, like, when I miss out on things, so I don't want you to miss out on things, so it's just, this is why we're telling you this up front. So today's almost it's not almost over, but I'm saying today is almost half over. So you only have the rest of today and then tomorrow. And then these bonuses, which are absolutely incredible, are gone. So I'm just going to quickly go through them. If you jump over, there's a link in this post. If you jump over there, it's going to have all the information of where to buy and how to buy. It's going to be 20% off through tomorrow only. So you're already getting 20% off. Then we have an additional bonus 7 patterns from the designers in the magazine. So that's 14 patterns. It's crazy. And then you also have the style guide and the gauge guide, which we'll talk a little bit more about those in a minute. But the thing I want to stress is, like, not only do you get brand new designs, which I think often when we see designers come together and they do this type of like collaboration, a lot of times it's not necessarily new to that season or relevant for right now. So ours are like these fall designs, they are styled, they are brand new, and they are in sizes extra small to 5X. So they are for everybody. And I think that is hard to find right now in our community, to see a group of designers come together and offer such value for everybody. And then we threw on top of that additional designs that we thought you would love. So it's a lot. It's a lot.
So you mentioned the style guide and the gauge guide, but don't forget about the customization guide when you talk about it.
You're right.
And the 20% off.
See, there's too much for me to even remember.
Yeah, so I'll just pop in there and start talking. Hopefully you can hear me. If not, someone else has to talk because my internet really, you guys keep freezing on me.
We got you.
Yeah, so the customization guide, this is what, I don't know. I just love everything we've done with this magazine because we're teaching you about gauge. There's a gauge guide so that some people skip over gauge because it's like it's the least favorite part of the job, right? Like you get your pattern and you just want to start making it. But we want to teach you the importance of gauge, how to make gauge. And then with the customization guide, we're taking every design in the magazine and we're showing you how you can customize it for your body because we're all different, right? So some of us have short arms, some of us have long arms. You know, maybe a petite woman does not want to wear, where is it? The long duster. They're going to be swallowed up in it. So you can shorten it. I tell you in the style guide, we say, this is how you should wear it so that it looks good. I mean, and that's even just with this. It's like, if you wear a duster cardigan, there's some tips and tricks on how you can make it look really good and can be really flattering to your body. So each designer has gone through all of this extra stuff with each design. So to me, it's like you're not just getting a pattern. You're getting all of this extra stuff on top of that. How to wear it, how to style, how to style
today and tomorrow.
Yeah, today and tomorrow, that's it. But I also want to say, I don't know if you guys experience this like I do sometimes, but I'll be browsing my Facebook and I'll see this like gorgeous pattern. And then I see women comment like, oh my gosh, it's so pretty, but I couldn't wear that. And that always makes me so sad because you can. You absolutely can. If you think you can't wear it because like for me, I have a really long torso, you can lengthen it. You can make it look beautiful on yourself, if not better for your body. I think that's the one thing that always makes me so sad is when women see something that they absolutely love and they say the words, but I couldn't wear that.
Someone said it the other day, and I don't remember who it was, but they said every body just deserves modern crochet.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes.
I think that's what is really a focus. There's a giant squirrel, sorry if I keep looking over, who keeps creeping closer. So if I seem really distracted, it's the Canadian wildlife. It is.
She's like looking around. I hope we don't see you get attacked by a squirrel, Pam.
Yeah,
that would make a really good live, though. I think that would go viral.
That would be hilarious.
That would be.
As long as it isn't one of my bears,
Okay.
I'll be okay.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you have Pam's had black bears wandering her neighborhood too. Pam is not only in Canada, but she's in Sunbury, Ontario, which is north.
Yeah. So we
She's
have
our
a family of
northern
black
girl.
bears that lives like kind of in our backyard. And last year they were on our trampoline. Not
Oh my
this.
God,
This is my
that's so
sister's
cute.
house, but at my house we have the same trampoline, and they were on the trampoline. They're always around. So
I'm not gonna lie, when I see your cup, Pam, I feel like you're like, it almost reminds me of Red Solo cup. See, like when
Yeah,
I
it's the Canadian red
and then
Solo
we're like,
cup.
wait a minute, we were bringing drinks to this? Because where's
Yeah,
mine?
or
It might be a little early, but
It might be a little early for the red Solo cup if that's what it was.
Yeah.
But no, it's just coffee. It's just coffee, everybody.
it's our coffee cup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, speaking about coffee,
when I decided
why don't we tell people about like what our theme is and what other little fun things we put in the magazine for them this time?
Yes. Michelle, do you want to tell them about the coffee theme?
Sure, as long as I'll tell it. I just hope I just like flashed again. I don't know if my internet, but yeah, we decided on a coffee theme. And I mean, as soon as fall hits, I don't know about you. I mean, I love coffee all the time. Let's just put that out there. But like fall hits and it's like comfort food and the fattening coffees. Now I did put a skinny pumpkin recipe into the magazine, but someone else did the full on pumpkin spice latte. Like it's just exactly. We have a lot of really decadent. I was going through the recipes again, and I'm like, whoa, you guys have got some good stuff in there. Like we've got a maple coffee creamer. We've got a caramel espresso. I think that was Brianna. Was that you with the caramel espresso? Oh no, you were the macchiato. Oh yeah. We have some really good recipes that we've added. I mean, the bonuses really are even in the magazine. Even without our other bonuses, we have all these bonuses in the magazine. Another thing on top of the coffee, while I'm just thinking about bonuses, is, I mean, and I'll get all over the place because I just keep thinking, you know, what we did is gave you substitutes, because that's, as designers, we always get the same question, like, how can I substitute? Like, I want to use this yarn instead. And, you know, like we're always getting those questions. So we made sure that we put that in the magazine too. Okay, and we even broke it down further. We didn't just say, here's substitutes, here's the splurge substitute, here's like your spend substitute, and then your save. So we've got different price ranges. We did the work to figure out what yarn would substitute well, because I know that can be intimidating for people. Like because all worsteds aren't created equal. No. All DKs are not created equal. So the sport weight that I used for my duster, it's really more like a DK weight. So I had to go through all the yarns and do that conversion to find out the thickness of the yarn. And, you know, so we've done all that for you guys.
Yeah. And speaking of all the different yarns, I mean, for this magazine, we really have all the different yarn weights. Like it's not just worsted weight. We've also got some DK, and we got a little fingering added in there when it's Pam used fingering to add to her design. So she 2-stranded it. Mine's bulky. So there's a huge variety of different types of patterns and different weights of yarns. And speaking of variety, we made sure that, and Brianna had talked about the sizes, we made sure that all of our designs, you saw them on all size bodies. So even though we made the magazine in extra small through 5X, we also modeled it on a small, a medium, and a 3X model.
Yep.
Yeah. And I just have to say that the 3X model, like, totally rocked. Like, she was amazing. She totally rocked that duster. So again, if you're thinking, oh, well, I can't wear that, you know, you totally can. And we want to even dive deeper into this. Like, we want to get ourselves organized. We can have even more of our designs shown on the different models. So this time it was more like, you know, a couple of us took a 3X, a couple of us took large, where we want to try and get that we have small, large, and 3X in one design, right? So that's where we want to go with it in the future. I mean, of course, that is sometimes hard to get all those samples made, but we really do want to show you what the designs are going to look like on like all body types.
Yeah, it would be awesome to see any of our patterns on all 3 models right next to each other.
Yes. And I think
absolutely.
And like, this doesn't just come about because we feel like it. We're listening. You know what I mean? Like, we're listening to you, our community of crafters, our community of crocheters, all the people who love everything yarn. And like, we're paying attention. We're reading comments. We're seeing like the reason why we did it the way we did it is because we see the comments that make us sad that people say, I can't wear this in my size because it wouldn't look good. That always makes us also sad that we want to show you, we want you to be part of our community that says, yes, you can. Yes, you can. And we want that to we want that to shine through, that we want everyone. Like, I don't know if you ladies do this, but I swear I'll be talking to the cashier at a store and I'll be like, you need to crochet.
So not only though are we telling them they can, we're showing them how.
We're showing you how.
We're like, we took all the guesswork out of it. We took all the hard complication things and just we made it so that you will definitely have success with all of these designs.
That's our job. Your job is to enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, totally. So should we talk a little bit about the designs that are in the magazine? Right?
Sure.
Like, let's talk about the actual designs. So well, Pam, how about we'll check how your internet's doing. Actually, I think are you muted, Pam? Oh, no, you're back on. Pam
I was
did a
muted
really
because
cool
the Vienna convertible sweater. Yeah, I'm outside and like there's so much wind. I was muting myself.
Okay.
Okay.
So you go ahead and tell us about your design in the magazine.
So I designed the Vienna convertible shrug. And basically I keep referring to it as a chameleon because it's one of those designs that is not supposed to be worn one way. So in the magazine, we show it several different ways. And even after the magazine was published, I was thinking, oh, wouldn't it be fun to try it like this or like this? And I think we show it worn almost like a little poncho in one photo. Then it's as a shrug in another. There's another where it's worn around her torso with sleeves. It is so much fun to wear. And it is really simple in its construction. And I think that's what's really fun is some of these designs will test your skills. And then other designs are just, that you sit down with your TV and you just crochet the night away and you don't have to count. And I think that's something that's really fun about this too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And as I mentioned earlier,
tell us about the yarn too. Fill us in on the yarn. I was just gonna say, I used a combination of a fingering and a lace weight yarn so that you get that really pretty halo with the mohair, but you definitely don't have to do that either. One of my testers, she made it using just the palette yarn and it was just as stunning. And I think something fun you could do with this, if you are double stranding the two, is maybe try two contrasting colors for a completely different look.
That'd be nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Pam's design is the one that you can make in lots of different colors.
The contrast, I have the hand painted aloft here and I use that for a cardigan and I mixed it with a worsted. Yeah, a solid worsted and it's amazing.
I was just thinking it would look really pretty too in the chroma fingering so that as you go with those long color changes with self-striping yarn, that would be, okay, I might make another one. I think that would be really pretty too.
Yes.
Yeah, I can't wait to see. I mean, and our people who buy this magazine, we know they're going to do cool stuff, and we just can't wait to see them posting all of it in our Facebook group. Yeah, because we have a Facebook group, Crochet Foundry Makes. And yeah, we'll post the link in here too, because you want to join that group because people are going to post all their pictures. You can ask questions there, get help from the designers. Like if somebody's making one of our pieces, we're in there helping you too. So you definitely want to join that group. I'm just going to put that in there
crochet along for everyone who's purchased the magazine. So we're going to do, last time we picked one design to do the crochet along with, but this time you're going to pick. So you're going to do your crochet along with whatever design in the magazine you want. And all of the designers will be there to help you along with your design.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So Lorene, you tell us about your awesome design.
So I made the Cafe Olay cozy cowl neck sweater. So it's a cozy cowl neck because it's got, which way to go? Up. That
there it is.
Cozy cowl neck. There we go. So it's got a really big open neck, which is optional. I did it as a split because I didn't want it folded over. I wanted it to have that nice split. And I love the
split. And I love the buttons.
I know. So that's all Brianna and Pam. We were like, I need buttons. And they're like, no. I sat there with my bag of buttons. I said, which ones? And they were like, nope, those toggle buttons right there. So I owe that to them. It's made in a bulky weight yarn, but Brava bulky. So you use Brava for yours, but you use the Brava DK. I use the Brava bulky.
I use the sport. Yeah.
Oh, the sport.
And then this is the bulky.
Yeah, and that's the color I used, right?
Yeah.
The great thing about that yarn, though, is it's not heavy. So it's not like a heavy bulky.
No.
Yeah.
It's just a little bit thicker than like a worsted.
It works up fast. It works up fast too. I love it.
That's what I love. It works up really fast. And then I have my little optional.
I love this yarn.
Yeah. I did a little fun feature on mine where it has like optional rouging up the sides. So you can, even while it's on you, have like a transformation in how it looks. So I really like that aspect of it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's so cool. Yeah, go over to Creation Crochet on Instagram and you can watch her little video.
Yes.
I'm like, I seen that and I was like, that right there is awesome.
Thanks.
Yeah. Yeah. So so Brianna, tell us about the Macchiato sweater.
All right, so behind me is the Macchiato sweater. I would love to wear it today, and I did try earlier, but my office is hot and it's Florida, and I'd rather not get heat stroke. But it is super, super cozy. So if you're going into fall, it's a like this wonder. I made it in Wonder Fluff, and I'm telling you, it's like a cloud. It is seriously like a cloud. Pam also got this yarn recently. Oh, and agreed. Like it is just incredible.
I should be wearing your sweater right now because I'm numb outside. It is so cold.
It's freezing.
It is. My fingers are numb.
We don't want to hear about how warm it is in Florida right now.
Except for I want to wear my sweater. I also made it. Yeah, and I knew my testers would ask for child sizes. So over on my page, I also like whipped it up and and I wanted to use this to show you. These are not complicated at all. And I also did a YouTube video this time. I want to start doing that a little bit more. So if you're scared, don't be scared because these are half double crochet and some puff stitches. And I walk you through every single step. So while this like looks super textured, which I love about it, and it looks super complicated, it's not. It's top down. It's seamless. I have a video to walk you through that is linked within the Crochet Foundry magazine, and that way you can feel confident making it. Even if you've never done a sweater, I am confident you could complete this sweater. That's how I feel about it. It is like a lot of the stitches you already know. I walk you through a lot of the main rounds that you need to know, and it's easy to customize. And I also made the sleeves. I love that like kind of puff sleeve look going on right now. I keep seeing it everywhere. And so I definitely wanted to try out those sleeves, and I was not disappointed. Like I love that cute little puff going on the sleeve before it goes to that cuff. I love it. It's been really fun. I know I want to make it again. My mom made it. My sister made it. Lorene wants to make it. And
I want to make it because I don't have time, so I just need to get somebody else to make it for me and just send it to me.
A lot of these designs, so I ended up kind of kidnapping and borrowing a little girl in the neighborhood to try on the smaller size on her. And her mom was saying like, well, is there any way I could use that sweater for family photos? And that got me thinking. I was looking at all of our designs in Crochet Foundry, and like photo season is upon us, and I stress about what to wear. And I went online shopping because we have our family photos coming up soon. I have 2 little boys. If I had girls, this is it. I might be in this for our family session, but it is so hard. I want a certain look for our family, and I feel like we stress ourselves out about family photos. And so thinking about Crochet Foundry, look at all the different choices we have that you could look amazing in your family photos and easily customize the color. Because that's what I'm having a hard time with family photos right now, is like I can find whatever color I want in yarn. Like when we go to the yarn website, we crochet, our color choices are amazing. But when I go to any clothing site and I'm trying to match like me, the mom, like kids or what, it's so hard. So of course I'm thinking, I obviously my neighbor borrowed this, but she's like, for like a mommy and me or family photos, or if you just want to rock it for your family photos, imagine how awesome it would be to have something you made on your Christmas card. I'm just throwing it out there.
I'm just going to interrupt really quick. I have to go, guys. So I just want to pop and spend some time with you.
Thanks so much for stopping in, Lorene.
Thank you to everybody, and I'll see you guys all later.
Bye.
Bye.
And then there were 3. Okay.
Well, for a moment, because my phone's about to die.
Okay. All right. Well, that's okay.
But I'll stay as long as I can.
Before you go, then, is there anything else you want to add?
Oh,
On the spot.
I know. I've given you the spotlight.
I feel like I'm just so proud. I'd like to thank everybody. I feel like I'm at an award show. I'd like to thank everyone who has purchased an issue already or the subscription, because we have an annual subscription right now. Thank you for that. Thank you to We Crochet for providing the yarn. Thank you to Furls Crochet for providing the hooks.
Yeah.
Like
thank you. Thank you to you guys for everything. I promise this is only coffee. I'm not this sappy usually, but it's just been absolutely overwhelming. So much fun, so incredible, a little unbelievable. I am shivering right now. So, but I think that's it from me.
Okay. Well, thanks so much, Pam. It's been amazing being in a group with you and getting to know you more. You're like one of my besties now. So anyways, have a good day, Pam.
I want to piggyback off what Pam said too. It has been incredible. This has been it's like behind the scenes is so much work, and it's exhausting, and we get tired as designers because we're all juggling, a lot of at-home school going on, kids going back to school, all the family stuff, trying to keep the house clean. I'm not sure if that's really successful right now, but no,
it's not over at my place. This is nice right behind me right now, but the rest
I kind of cleaned up this corner to make it appear like not as messy, but it is, to piggyback off what Pam said, it is like definitely a huge thank you to everyone who's purchased it. This is definitely something new and different. We've come together with brand new designs. We've really been careful about the colors we chose and the designs we chose and how we put it together. And you're not purchasing this from a big company. A lot of times something like this magazine style look takes a company to do what has a lot of resources, because it takes a lot of resources to put something like this out. And I just have to say, everyone in the group was very brave to come together and do this. And I'm so happy to be part of it. And when you purchase this magazine, you're not purchasing from a company, you are purchasing directly from business women who are trying to make this happen for us. We're trying to be the best we can be as designers for you. And so it is like, Pam was getting emotional. I've gotten emotional a lot this week just at how this has come together and how grateful I am of the success this week, the feedback we've gotten, the comments we've gotten have been amazing. And every single time I see one, I don't know if people know what it means to us when they comment after their purchase and they say, oh my gosh, I absolutely love this. Like it fuels us to keep that motivation when we get tired to go forward and to keep going and to say, this is working. We are doing this. We are amazing business women. We are figuring this out on our own. We don't have a big company who's producing it, but we do have a couple companies, Furls and We Crochet, that believe in us. That was huge. That believed in us from the beginning to give us the support. And that's I don't think that's very common. So it's been so amazing.
Yeah, it has been. One thing I found that's just blown me away. I did a YouTube video as well. So Brianna and myself are the only ones with YouTube videos, but we have videos that accompany our patterns. We're trying to, maybe get a few more on there, but we already have established channels, so we did videos. But the double espresso duster cardigan I put on there, I did the tutorial in the 2X size, and the feedback has literally had me crying. It's been unbelievable. You can go over to my YouTube channel and read through the 50, 60 comments that are already there of people just so thankful, because there's not a lot of plus size tutorials. Even if the pattern is in those sizes, the tutorials aren't there. And it really has inspired me to do more of that for you guys, because the tutorials just aren't there for the plus size. So everybody's been so grateful for that the tutorial's not only on there, but it's in a plus size.
And don't you love that we are at a really good time. Like, this is almost like, we kind of joke that this is almost a bad time to start a business with all the stress going on. But actually then we're kind of like, this is the best time. At a really trying time, I feel like we are doing our best to bring everyone some happiness, because we do need to pay attention to what's going on in the world, but at the same time we also all need a mental break. We need positivity. So if you're ever having a down afternoon, go read Michelle's comments on her YouTube video.
Yeah, they've been like really great, and it makes it honestly, for us designers, like, it makes it so much more worth it, because we have put like blood, sweat, and tears into this magazine. Like, we've poured in so much time, and we still didn't really know how it was going to go over. I didn't know how it was going to go over, because most of you know me for my blankets. Like, I've been getting more into garments, but a lot of my followers like my blankets and more my kid stuff. So I didn't know, being part of this magazine, how receptive everybody was going to be to it. But it's been unbelievable. Like, we're just blown away. Like, everyone is just loving, absolutely loving. And I definitely now know, like, you guys are loving this too. Like, you guys are loving the magazine.
Because it very easily could, like, we didn't know if it was going to succeed and fail. And so when you have that success after that much work, it's so worth it. I mean, everyone watching this video right now, like, we can't express our appreciation enough. And like I said, you are directly impacting our lives too. Yeah. So we love it.
And the designer, so there's 7 of us, and like every person in this group has been vital to this. Like, everyone has their skills, which is what's amazing. I mean, we've had Katie this week working on the website. She's our WooCommerce girl. Like, she's handling all that behind the scenes stuff, like putting in so much time. Emily from, so Katie's from KT and the Squid. We have Emily from Hooked Hazel. She does our social media. Like, she is phenomenal at that job. Like, she's rocking the social media account, so she's helping manage a lot. Like, Emily's doing a lot. She's running Instagram, Facebook group. Yeah. Like, she's doing a lot there. I'm doing newsletters.
Yeah, newsletters.
Newsletters. The blog, Pam and Amber have been on the blog and the website too, doing stuff. Like, there's been so much. Brianna did the magazine. She's like our graphic designer, and she styled this beautiful magazine. I don't even have the skill to even possibly do that. Like, so all of us just coming together to do all this, like, I mean, each person, and I've probably missed some out there, but each person in this group
has been really good with helping us to market, because of course you can make a product, but you have to tell people it's for sale.
Exactly.
So yeah.
And the girls also, I think it was Amber and Pam that brought the guides together. Like, we've just all had a part in this to help bring the magazine together. And it's really difficult to do it without having that team.
Yes.
Right. We've had that team. So yeah, we've been totally off track, but let's get back to talking about maybe some of the other designs that you're going to find in the magazine. So we've talked about Pam's and Lorraine's and Brianna. So let's just, I guess, talk about mine, because it's right here. I'm not sure if you can see it there. The double espresso. Yes, we've named all of our designs after coffee or hot beverages. So double espresso. It's a duster length, of course. What was that, Brianna?
Here's what I want to ask you about yours. So this is something, because for me, just being a designer, of course, I see I'm like, it's perfection. But what would you say to somebody who has never done cables?
Never done cables. I I do have the video, but I tried to actually make them a more simple cable for this design. I'll say that I'll always do a simple cable, but so I'm using front post double crochets, back post double crochets. So what I always say is, go learn how to do those stitches first. Learn what a front post double is, learn what a back post double is, learn how to do those stitches, and then you need to know how to do the front post treble, because you want the stitch a little bit longer for the crossover. But for my crossing over, I'm always going on top. People who know cables will know that there's going over the top and then there's going in behind, which is always more challenging. These ones just go over top. So they are a little bit easier. And then it's just front post, like kind of, let me grab my beauty here.
And then
I
it's
don't
just
have
repeat
my
it, right?
for my model, but if anyone has suggestions, I'm open to suggestions for a name. So yeah, these are like the front posts here that are bordering the little cable. But honestly, and I walked through the video.
Right.
Took you through that step by step.
So these are not scary. These are not scary.
The rest of the sweater are half double crochet. Like this is all half double crochet. And I'm not shaping. So they're literally just straight panels, like seamed together. And I go through all of that in the video. And then I did my band separately. And then I just put it on I did get a comment that somebody didn't like that. They were like, why don't you just do it as you go? But for me, I found I can crochet really fast, like when it's on its own, and I could take it with me because I was camping and we've had a crazy busy summer. So I just did mine separately so I could work it up quick. And then I just sewed it on after. So that's what I did. Good. But yeah, this is so much easier, I think, sometimes than you think. Like,
yes, exactly. It may look challenging, but when you break it down into steps, you see that it's actually not challenging at all.
Yeah, it's not as challenging as you think. I mean, like I always say, sometimes I think something's easy and that another person may think differently. But you know, at the same time,
with the video, if anyone has any question about, you know, what's going on in the pattern, all they have to do is jump over and they can visually see how to do that step. So yeah.
I know, but yeah. And the more that you learn, like the more that you do, it's gonna get easier as well, right? Like the more of them that you make, the more you get used to reading the patterns, it will all come.
Yes.
So yeah, so we talked a little bit about what I used for yarn, but I used the Brava Sport. So one of the reasons I chose this is it's affordability, because I knew the duster was going to take a lot of yarn. So I picked Brava Sport. So it's only $2.49 a ball, but it's not that just because it's priced at that doesn't mean it's not nice, right? Like, so it's amazing. It's one of my favorite yarns to work with, Brava. So Brava Sport weight, it's a $2.49 a ball. So it's really affordable to make this cardigan, but we did also give you the substitutes if you want a natural fiber, because it's a premium acrylic, but it is acrylic. So if you want to make it a little bit, you know, if you want to use something different, then
go for it. Yeah,
go for it. There's those options as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's all I really need to talk about with my design, but there's still lots of other
Katie's. I'll talk about Katie's.
Yeah, talk about Katie's, because I love Katie's.
I do love her pullover. So Katie's pullover was done in a tweed, which, I mean, who does not love tweed? It's fantastic. And the thing I love about Katie's, and Lorene and I were talking about this earlier when we went on Instagram, we were saying how it's amazing that simply by like changing a couple things, you go from a look where Katie's design was shown with jeans and a bag. So, you know, you're going to the market or you're going to book club with the girls or a lunch or even just hanging out at home for a cozy afternoon. But then they put on a skirt and they showed it with a skirt and it was completely different in style. And that's what a lot of these designs will do. We've all done them in a certain color tone, a certain style, to where you can wear it for something casual, but then I think Katie's would be amazing for office wear. I mean, you pair that with a skirt and you walk into a meeting and you're going to feel confident. You're going to own it. You're probably going to get tons of compliments and people are going to ask you to make them a million sweaters.
There's something about tweed too, to me, that just kind of gives it a really classy, like rich. I don't know. It just classes it up with the tweed.
It really does. It does.
And yeah, it just gives it that. And there's a lot of earthy, like in that line of yarn, a lot of nice earthy tones.
For sure, which are great for your wardrobe. Like you can wear them in so many different ways. They're going to be classic for a very long time. So you'll get a lot of use out of it for sure. And then we also have Emily's design, Emily of Cooked Hazel, and she did this really, really cute cardigan. And she used, from what I remember, Swish. I'm pretty sure it was Swish.
Emily, no, that is Amber. Amber used the Swish.
Oh, Amber used Swish. Okay.
Alpaca Cloud. I used Alpaca Cloud.
Oh, Lord, that's beautiful.
Yeah, Emily used Alpaca Cloud. It's really light and airy. It's like a really, So her cardigan, she also has a cardigan, but it's shorter and it's a much lighter area. Like, you know, like probably especially this time of year where it's kind of chilly, but kind of, you know, and you just want to throw something light on over the tank top.
Yes, or even if it is really cold, but you know, even being indoors when it's cold, you can still feel a chill at the office, or you're sitting at your desk, or you're hanging out with your kids, and you want something light indoors during the winter. That's so cozy and soft and comfortable, and it still, once again, has that classic look that it is perfect for the office, and then perfect for taking the kids to the park later. Like it's
really versatile. Dress it up, dress it down, whatever. It's light. I love all these yarns. Like We Crochet has such a huge selection of yarns that are like, I don't know. I mean, sometimes you want a bulky, but a lot of times you want a bulky. Do you know what I mean? You want your sweater to not make you look like 2 times or whatever your size. Like you want it to just be light and and We Crochet has such an amazing range, and they're soft. Some people can worry about like different wools and stuff that they're going to be itchy, but no, if you get a nice good quality, like these yarns.
Yeah, the one Emily used. Yeah, that alpaca. That if you haven't tried it, you should, because if you think animal fibers are uncomfortable to wear, then you've just been getting the wrong yarn.
They are. It's so soft. I did my fishtail braided toque in that yarn, and oh my goodness, I think it's probably one of my favorite hats. It is, and the kids are trying to take them. You know, it's it's really nice. And the Wonder Fluff that you used, I did a toque. I did a toque in this too. I love it.
It's so nice. I love it too. Oh, I did too. Actually, I ended up making a couple hats because I like that stitch so much, and it is so soft to wear, and it keeps you warm.
Yeah, exactly. So,
all right, so our last
I guess the London Fog Poncho by Amber of Divine Debris. Yeah, and she used the swish. She used the swish worsted. Yeah, and it is like, her reference to that yarn is squish. Like she just calls it squish, and it's so true. It is so soft. I am a huge fan now. I'm using it for my winter design, and it is amazing. Yeah,
it's amazing to work with. And with Amber's design, she used a really nice texture to give it, because it gives her poncho a really nice depth to it. So that really nice texture is not hard to do. It's really simplistic. It's a great project if you're watching a movie that might have some subtitles, because you're going to keep on working, and it's nothing complicated. And you can also throw that over anything. I mean, it could go with anything, any outfit. It's a great staple to have, like if you are a person on the go or whatever. You know how we all tend to have something we keep near us. Either we throw it in a bag, we throw it in our car, we have something at the office. And that is ponchos are great for that, because it's always something that can go with whatever you're wearing. You don't have to necessarily plan that outfit. You can just throw it over anything and it's gonna work. It's like that staple you just want to have nearby to grab for when you're feeling like that, you know, you're got a little chill going on.
Yeah. Well, and this is the thing with the designs in this magazine. There's a little bit of everything, right? Like something for everybody. We have a mix. We've got a couple cardigans. We've got a top down, right? We've got a couple pullovers, like a crop, but of course, like you could lengthen the crop if you don't like the crop. A poncho, the convertible shrug, which is amazing because you can wear it a gazillion ways. They even showed it as like a scarf. Like, so you're getting a little bit of everything. So I'm sure that there's going to be at least a couple designs in this magazine that are going to grab your attention. Probably 3 or 4, but like at least there's got to be at least that you're going to love. Because I have had people asking, like, is your design just available? And it's not yet. It eventually will be, but for $12, you can get, this is what's crazy. For $12, you can get all of what we're offering. And the reason that we're doing this is we wanted to get this out there for people to see what we're doing. And it's like I feel like we're almost giving it away, but we're not. Like, it's like $12. One of the patterns, you know, like, so that's the cost of like 2 of my patterns, right? But you're getting 14 patterns, the 7 in the magazine, plus we're doing 7 additional patterns, We're giving you all the guides, all this extra. You're going to get discounts to Furls and We Crochet. They put discounts in there for you. We're going to be doing crochet alongs. So all this value for only 12.
I know.
Oh, I left. I'm back.
You're back.
Okay. So yeah. But only until Saturday. Saturday, 11:59 Eastern time. Then you will still be able to purchase the different guides. The bonus package will be gone, so you won't be able to get those patterns from the designers. The guides will be an additional purchase. So up until Saturday, you can get it all for only $12, or the subscription is on sale as well. So the subscription is $40, so that ends up only being $10 an issue. So you'll get, if you get the subscription, you will get our winter, you will get our spring, which we're already planning for, and summer. We're already thinking about our designs for summer. So there will be, you'll get 4 issues for
all of it.
And all the bonuses.
I don't think we've mentioned the code. I know it's on your blog, but just for those listening, we have a code to use.
Yeah, to get the discount.
Yes.
So Foundry, I don't even, look at me. I should put it in the comments. Foundry 20. Foundry 20, and you get 20% off. So Foundry 20
right now. And
that gives you, the magazine regular is 15. So we're giving you 20% off only till Saturday. And maybe, fun internet. So after Saturday, it will be $15, which is still a great deal. But if you buy it now, you're going to get it for 12. So, and like the bonuses, like we talked about, they're getting YouTube videos from Brianna and myself.
Yes.
To help you. So if you're scared about the patterns, you can guarantee you've got 2 videos that are going to help you work through the designs. And that might even help just give you the confidence to try those other patterns.
Right. You see, it's not scary. It's not scary at all. And the nice thing about crocheting is if you mess up, it's not like painting. we could just pull stitches out. We don't, it's not permanent paint. You're fine.
Okay, so I just notice a comment here that you can maybe answer, Brianna. Barb asked how long the discount for We Crochet is available. So if they purchase the magazine, they get the discount for We Crochet. How long is that good for?
I believe it's good for the entire time this issue is out before a winter issue. So yes. So that will be good for a while. So you can pick yarn colors, and you're going to want to, I think it is a one-time use from what I remember. So if you are using the code, just if it were me, I would use it, buy what you need for your project and go ahead and buy another project while you're at it, because you might as well get that discount. Like you might as well pre-plan and do that awesome discount on the yarn, but it is valid throughout the fall season. So probably like around December, I think is when that one expires, when our next issue comes out. And I don't know what we're doing yet for the future. So I would definitely use that now. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. So I don't know if, I think we've covered everything. Like I think that we've hit everything, Brianna. I'm just going to kind of go through and see if there's anything else you want to say. I'm just going to go through and see if there's any questions that we need to answer. But I think we've got them all.
I think
people are really excited.
Yeah. I'm excited that people are excited. It just gives us like more energy heading into the next issue, which we're super excited about as well. We're really planning ahead. Many of us are actually starting our spring yarns. So we plan it gives us a lot of energy to keep going forward and bring you the best that we can. So I'm going to hit the grocery store now. Because we all have so much to do today, I'm sure. I want to wish everyone a happy Friday. Thank you, Michelle, for letting me come on your page today. That was so much fun.
Yeah, well, we were worried. Pam and I were panicking because I wasn't going to have anybody like come on with me. And thank you for like hopping in here last minute to do the live with us, because man, that as soon as you're going to go live, everything is going to go wrong.
Of course.
Same with my live with Marley. It was like everything. Like it's just, that's just the way it is. But anyways, thank you so much, everyone who's tuned in and who's bought the magazine. Thank you so much, and have an awesome Friday.
Bye, everybody.